To start with, I'm going to go to Scratch. Once I'm in Scratch, so if I remember my logins from last term, I can sign in. If not, that's fine. I can go straight to Create. And I don't need that screen there. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to change the backdrop or the stage. And we're going to make the stage or the backdrop a map of Australia. So you may have in the last lesson found a map of Australia, and you can use that. If not, I'm going to find one now and show you how we can use it. So I'm going to start a new web session. And I'm going to look up the word Australia map. And then I'm going to type free to use. Okay. Just so that I can get a map that I can use. I'm then going to go into images. And then here I'm going to pick a map of Australia. It can be any map that you like. I like this one. This one looks quite good. So I'm going to save that one onto my computer. Or if I don't know how to save it, or I'm not too sure how to save it, I'm going to click on it and click on it again to make it bigger. And then I can take a screenshot. Okay. All right. So now that I have my map, I'm going to go back into Scratch and I'm going to import or insert my map so it's the backdrop of my game. So I'm going to go over to this menu here, which is the stage backdrop. And I'm going to click on the circle, which lets me choose my backdrop. And I'm going to use this up arrow to upload my backdrop. So this is going to take that backdrop that I just found on the internet and put it into the game. So I'm going to hit upload. And that should take me to where all my pictures are. So there it is there. I'm going to click on that, open. And that will now place the picture on my stage. Now I have a little bit of a problem because you can see that it's put the map on there, but it doesn't take the whole stage or the whole page up. So I've still got this yucky white space around. So to fix that, I'm going to change the size of my map to make it bigger. So at the moment, it's set to that. So I'm going to click on this blue button here so that I can touch the picture. Click on the picture and use these blue circles to drag out the picture and make it bigger. And then when I'm finished, I just click out and I click on code. And now you can see that I've got my backdrop or my stage is the map of Australia. Pause the video and have a go at doing that now. Now that you've added the background, we're going to add our first lot of code. And one of the things that we're going to do is we're just going to make Scratchcat a little bit smaller first. So right now his size, which is down here, is set to 100. So I just think it's a little bit big in relation to the size of the actual map. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. So I'm going to bring that down to about 80, okay? Maybe even 70, just to get him just that tiny bit smaller so it doesn't look so weird on my map. There we go. That's pretty good. All right. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want Scratchcat to start right here at the beginning of the game. So I want him to start right next to the words Indian Ocean. So I need to set a location for him to begin with. Okay. If I wanted him to start in the middle, I could move him right there. Okay. In fact, why don't I get him to start in the middle? So what I need to do is set my first event block, which is when the game starts. Okay, so that's over here using my yellow event blocks. I'm going to pick the first one when the green flag is clicked. Okay, and that's it. So I've put it on there. So I've said to Scratchcat, when the game starts, I want you to start exactly in the middle of the page, which we said was the address of X0 and Y0. Okay, so it's going to start right there. So I'm going to get a motion block. And the motion block that I'm going to get is this one here. Go to XY. So go to this address. And you can see when I put my character at the place that I want him to go to, the motion block that I pull will automatically have that address. Okay, so see when I'm moving him over here, the address is changing over there. Okay, so I'm going to pull that down and put it there. So it's going to start right in that spot there. Okay, all right, so now I've got where Scratch Cat is going to start. The next thing I want to do is I want Scratch Cat to say play a sound, and I want to record my voice as the sound, just introducing the game and explaining to the people playing the game what to do and how to use the game. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to use my sound blocks. And the first sound block is the meow. So I'm going to pick it up and drag it down. But I don't want Scratch Cat to say meow. I want to record. So using the drop down arrow, I'm going to select the record button. And then here, I'm going to record my voice explaining the game and how it works. So I'm going to press on orange. Hello and welcome to my journey around Australia. To start with, press the A key on your keyboard. Okay, and I hit save. Now, up here, the recording is automatically named recording 1, but I can change it to give it a name. So I'm just going to name it Hi. Then to add the recording to my game, I'm going to click back over here on code, and then I'm going to change meow to Hi. So now when I press the green flag, Scratch Cat will go and there. Welcome to my journey around Australia. And to start with, I say my comment or sound. The last thing that I'm going to add to this stack is some text, a look block. Okay, so when I go into my looks, which are my purpley blocks, you can see it says say hello for 2 seconds. I'm going to pull that down and I'm going to change hello, and I'm just going to say click the letter A to start. Okay, so that's my first stack of code done. Pause the video and add the first stack. And then after this, I'm going to show you what happens or what we're going to tell Scratch Cat to do when the letter A is pressed or clicked. How did you go? All right, now, the next part of the code involves using the letter A. And it also involves introducing my first other sprite or picture from my computer. So what I want to happen is I want Scratch Cat to go to the first location he went to on his journey around Australia. So for me and my Scratch Cat, the first location that he went to was the Three Sisters in the Blue Mountains. So I'm going to get the photo of the Three Sisters that I took from Google Earth, and I'm going to use it as a character in my game. So to do that, I'm going to use this choose sprite option, and again I'm going to upload, so the up arrow, and that should take me to where all my pictures are saved. So I'm going to find the picture of the Three Sisters. There's Rock, there's that one, there it is, Three Sisters, and open. And you can see I now have the Three Sisters as one of my pictures. So first thing I want to do is I want to make this a bit smaller. So I'm going to click on it and change the size to about 50. maybe. Okay, then I'm going to decide where I want this picture to show. So I might want it to show sort of over here. I might even make it that little bit smaller. That's better. Okay, so I want it to show here. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the right location. Then I want to tell the picture to hide when the game starts. So when I press the green flag, I don't want to see the map, or I don't want to see the picture on the map. So using the event, when green flag is clicked, I'm going to go into looks and I'm going to find hide. Okay, so now when I press the green flag,
hello and welcome to,
the picture is gone. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to add my A block. So when I press the key A, I want Scratchcat to move over here, and I also want to hear a message of what the picture is, and I want the picture to show. So there are three big things that I want to happen there. So first, I'm going to go to Scratchcat, and I'm going to go into events. And then in events, I'm going to use this when something key pressed, and I'm going to drag and drop that down here. And then I'm going to change the space key to the letter A. Okay, so that when I press A, I want this to happen. And what I want to happen is for Scratchcat to move to over here. Okay, so I'm going to move Scratchcat to where I want him to go. I'm going to go into motion and again get this X, Y. And you can see the address matches the numbers over here. So X is 152 and Y is minus 59. Okay. Now, I've told Scratchcat to move, so that was the first thing that I wanted him to do. Next, I want my picture to show, okay? And I want it to show when my user presses the A button. So when, I'm going to go back into events and I'm going to use the when the space key is pressed code again, and I'm going to change space to A. I want the picture to show. Okay. After that, I want a message. I want to record my voice explaining what the picture is. So where the cat went. So the location of the picture. So I'm going to use my sound again, and I'm going to pull it down. And you see it's got nothing there because there's no sound. It's a picture that I've put into Scratch. So there's no sound to it. And I'm going to change it from the down arrow to record. And I'm going to record my voice. First, I went to the 3 sisters in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. Save. I'm going to change it to A because that's what it is. It's recording A. I'm going to click back on code, and I'm going to use the down arrow to make this A. Okay, so now I've told the picture to show when A is pressed and to play the sound. And I've also told Scratchcat to go to that location. So let's press A.
first I went to the 3 sisters in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales.
So you see, cat was there, the picture showed, and then it played a sound. The next thing I want to do is I want to send the secret message. Now, the reason I want to send the secret message is I want Scratchcat to give me my next instruction after I've done all of these things here. So to send the secret message, I'm going to go into the events blocks again. And you can see the block broadcast. So that means secret message. So I'm going to use broadcast, and I'm going to put message 1 is fine. And then I'm going to go back into Scratchcat, and I'm going to tell Scratchcat when you receive message 1, then you can play a new sound. And the new sound's going to be a recording of your voice telling me what key to press next. So watching, down arrow, record, press the B key to see where I went next on my journey around Australia. And I'm going to change this to B, back into code, and drop down arrow B. I also want my picture, so back in my Three Sisters picture, I want it to hide. So let's test that out.
Hello and welcome to my journey around Australia. To start with, press the A key on your keyboard.
So I'm pressing A.
First, I went to the Three Sisters in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. Press the B key to see where I went next on my journey around Australia.
Okay, and that's the first part of the game done. Have a go at uploading your map, uploading the picture of your first location, and putting in those codes. You might have to play and pause the video a couple of times so you can copy where I've put the codes, or you can find where I found the codes. Can't wait to see what you come up with.